Hello and welcome to the tutorial to Tharsis Republic, the base game Corp which is known to be a noob crusher. Today I will talk about when to pick it, how to play it, changes in the expansions and why it is so strong when playing with newer players. Let's get right to it. Tharsis Republic starts off with 40 mega credits, a building tech, and as your first action you have to place a city tile. Its ability grants you 1 mega credit production when any city is placed on Mars, as well as 3 mega credits when you place a city anywhere. This effectively means that you start the game with 43 mega credits and 1 mega credit production. Even the least experienced players get the idea that Tharsis is great to pick when you have a city card in your starting hand. This is only partly true though. You want a good early game city card, since only then you can use it to immediately develop your eco, grab another placement bonus, secure a spot on the map early on, or work towards a milestone like Mayor or Polar Explorer. Late game city cards, or especially off-Mars city cards, shouldn't influence your decision whatsoever. Generally, Tharsis is of course best suited for a ground game, so also watch out for good early to mid-game planned production cards. On Hellas and Elysium, if your other Corp choice is not to your liking, do not hesitate to pick Tharsis, as you can at least use its free city to grab the insanely overpowered placement bonuses on the South Pole and Olympus Mons. With Tharsis, you obviously want to go for a ground game. That's a no-brainer. Place your free city in your highest priority spot and go from there. If you want to learn more about best city spots, click the link in the upper right-hand corner or the description, as I already made a video about that. Your free city and the bonuses you get for placing more enable you to play a much more aggressive ground game. You can claim the best areas, the best placement bonuses and the best re-rates. Other players are also disincentivized from stealing points off your greeneries because of your bonus. But in the base game, Tharsis is also incredibly strong when going for early milestones. You can often go for an opening that allows you to secure Mayor and Gardener without contestation. How? With one early game city card in your starting hand as suggested in the when to pick section, you're just one standard project city away from claiming Mayor. For Gardener, often you just need to SP 2 greeneries and you have enough to convert for the third. Of course, going for Mayor and Gardener in this way involves using costly standard projects and good planning. So here are some tips for this opening play. First, go for a lighter starting hand. You will need a lot of cash in the first few gens to pull this off, so only pick up the cards you really need. 2. Cheap ocean cards can help you to get to 8 plants and also enable you to pick up insane rebates. Look for those. Third, the game doesn't end after you pick up your milestones. Have a plan for what you want to do afterwards. Maybe pick up some mid-game plant prod cards or some heat prod to push the terraforming parameters. You really benefit from a fast game. And lastly, if you see standard tech, pick it up. It is the single best card for Tharsis, especially with this strategy. Other great cards are of course Immigrant City, Mars Rover Construction, and to a lesser extent, Pets. Builder can sometimes also be an option for Tharsis, as you start with one tech on the Corp already and all on-Mars cities are building techs, same as a lot of power prod cards necessary to play those city cards. Remember to develop a planned engine. I can't stress this enough. Cities alone don't win games. They give you some development, but no points. Playing a lot of cities without any reason to do so is one of the most common beginner mistakes, and it is especially pronounced with Tharsis. This is the main reason why Tharsis is so good against newer players. They just tend to place a lot of city cards, and therefore you will get filthily rich. But remember, a new greenery next to your city gives you 3 points if the oxygen track is not maxed out yet. That means a city would need to get surrounded by 4 greeneries to be worth more. Always keep that in mind when thinking about a new city. With Tharsis, you are often the top contester for Landlord, so remember to pick that one up early. Also, keep an eye on Banker. You might want to find that one as well, but it is severely more risky than Landlord. The Prelude expansion offers 2 city preludes, but these are a mixed bag. I like Self-Sufficient Settlement for Tharsis, as it gives you pretty good eco and another city for Mayor or Polar Explorer. Early Settlement though is kinda shit, even for Tharsis. One plant prod just leaves you open for plant destroying cards for too long. If you can combine this with another good early game plant producer card or prelude, it can be alright though. But of course, it also helps with Mayor and Polar Explorer. Another type of prelude which is particularly nice for Tharsis are the ocean preludes. Picking up plants as well as enabling you to get early potion rebates even with your free city is really good. Also, the other bonuses on these preludes are good for Tharsis as well. You want Power Prod for playing cities like Cupola or Corporate Stronghold, and Heat Prod helps you with increasing the tempo of the game. One of the strengths of Tharsis in the base game are the milestones, and how easy it is to get 2 or even 3 of them. This is not the case on Hellas and Elysium. While on Hellas you can easily get Polar Explorer, Elysium has no milestones that benefit Tharsis in any way. But do not despair, as on both of these maps there are insanely good placement bonuses, such as on the South Pole on Hellas or Olympus Mons on Elysium. The latter also has some really good plant placement bonuses around the equator. Minus Next adds a few new city cards to the game, but 4 out of 5 are off Mars, so Tharsis does not really gain anything in this expansion, and a smaller focus on the ground game is more of a detriment to it. Similarly, Colonies does not add much to Tharsis game plan. 1 new on-Mars city, as well as 1 good colony tile, Ganymede. You can use that one to safely convert your plants into greeneries. Turmoil, however, changes a lot for Tharsis. You will really like the addition of the greens, as well as Mars First. Especially the greens make getting to Gardener much easier, and you might want to try to get them in power regularly when you go for a ground game. All in all, I think the expansions somewhat shift the focus away from the ground game, which hurts Tharsis a bit. But nearly all expansions also introduce some features that benefit its playstyle. For me, Tharsis is a staple in the base game, but loses a bit of its strengths in the expansions. Thanks for watching my tutorial on Tharsis Republic. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing. Also, follow me on Twitch to join my regular live streams, playing Terraforming Mars. See you there.